There's too many people out here. They're not equipped to be driving. They shouldn't be on the road in the first place.
A surprise snowstorm caught much of the North Valley off guard today as Mother Nature buried us in a wintry white coat from Redding to Sacramento and most places in between. Chains were required attire for cars traveling on North State roads. For people, a warm jacket and mittens were a good idea. For the most part, the grand gift from Mother Nature was greeted with delight, especially in Chico, where up to 4 inches of the white stuff stuck to the ground. It's been 5 years since a snowflake has been seen in the Valley City, and some 72 years since the sidewalks have been covered with as much snow as today. The chilly conditions brought a chuckle from some Chico residents.
It's a real treat to wake up and see it this morning. We've been hoping we'd have a white Christmas, and we were just talking to my parents this morning. They're moving up here in 10 days from the Bay Area and said it's snowing. Come to Chico.
The rare sight is quickly melting away, but with chilly nights and morning temperatures, snowmen should keep their shape for at least another day.
The snow may have been fun to play in, but it was not a joy to drive in. The snow and icy roads triggered a slew of traffic accidents. Redding drivers had to cope with road conditions of 7 to 8 inches of snow. Authorities estimate close to 100 cars were involved in accidents in Shasta County. Amazingly, there was only one report of a smash-up causing serious injury. Authorities admit that even motorists, most drivers, were unprepared for today's conditions.
I think everybody ought to stay out. I didn't know it was so bad. I didn't really realize it was this bad out here. Of course, I was raised in Kansas, where I'm used to this guy. I didn't have a bit of trouble. Somebody else hit me.
There's something wrong with a lot of vehicles out here. It's creating a big problem. We're really overextended, Caltrans and the Highway Patrol.
This was just one of 70 traffic incidents reported in Butte County. Authorities say most of them were just minor fender benders. One of the worst weather-related pileups happened on Interstate 80 today in Truckee. The Highway Patrol says more than 30 cars were involved. 10 people suffered minor injuries.
The freezing weather not only created dangerous driving conditions, but the icy chill is closing in on the area's citrus crops. Madeline Quinn visited a Butte County grower today who's keeping a close eye on the mercury.
Chico has turned into a winter wonderland thanks to some freezing temperatures last night. It's a dream come true for some, but it's a threat for the county's citrus crops.
Well, the oranges, most of these is for eating oranges, and after they freeze, they're no good to eat.
There are close to a dozen citrus growers in Butte County. J.D. Welty is the county's largest mandarin orange grower. He's been in the business for a quarter century. He knows firsthand about troubles with frost. It wiped out an entire crop of his in the early 70s.
I lost all the fruit, but the damage was more of the extra weight the snow had on the trees with all the fruit on it. It broke the trees down. That's where they will probably get most of the damage with the snow this time, unless it gets real cold.
Butte County's citrus crops are worth more than $100,000 in business each year. Half of the orange harvest is still on the trees at this time. More frost could mean about $50,000 lost for farmers. Welty says it only takes 8 hours of frost to kill off a farmer's profits. For now, most of the snow has melted into freezing rain, and luckily most of the citrus crops have already been harvested. Forecasters say tomorrow's weather should also be warmer. If not, more freezing conditions could mean trouble for the crops still out in the field. Thousands of dollars worth of trouble. Madeline Quinn, 24 reports, Chico.
Jeff Peterson will join us later in the newscast to tell us just what the North Valley can expect for the rest of the week.
As we take a look at the snowfall totals, boy, it ranged from 4 to 10 inches, and this is what it looked like. We're going to see that right now. There we go, 4 to 10 inches. Redding, 4 inches. Paradise, 10. Chico, 3 inches. Magalia, 5 inches, according to our weather watcher, Cliff. Mike in Central Valley said it rained 4 inches. Now in Marysville City, just a trace of snow there, about an inch. Red Bluff, 4 inches. And Kathy in Willows said 4 inches of snow fell there. Orland, 3 inches. And in Oroville, between 1.5 and 2 inches of snow. Believe it or not, I wouldn't kid you. You just stepped outside and there was snow all day long, still a little bit on the ground outside in the areas of Chico and Willows and Paradise and every city you can imagine. And you want to pull that camera out tomorrow morning because we could see some more flurries coming your way, and you want to send them right on into 24 Snapshot. Here are the addresses just for you. First of all, in Redding, it is 448 Red Cliff Drive, zip code 96002, and in Chico, Post Office Box 4406, and the zip code there 95927. I actually talked to a couple of folks on the telephone today, and they're sending those pictures in, and you will be doing the same now. This is Lassen Mark Crescent Crater with the devastation in the foreground. Now that is from the volcanic blast they had some 100 years ago. But I tell you what, Rex Davis took that picture from Orland, and that has plenty of snow on it today. Actually, the folks at Mount Lassen said they received over 2 feet of snow in the past couple of days, past 30 to 35 hours. And let's take a look at the current temperatures. You can see why, with this tail end of the system moving through, why we still could see some more snow flurries tomorrow morning, along with off and on snow showers tonight, because it is really cold. The valley floor, Redding 33, Red Bluff 32. Everybody's just about under the freezing mark. Chico 33 degrees. It will get even lower with a projected low down in the upper 20s. Oroville 36, Marysville, Yuba City 32, and Paradise 30. Winds are calm. Barometer rising, humidity 96%, and the dew point 32 degrees. Now, nationally, no, we had snow here on the West Coast, but talk about thunderstorms. A band of thunderstorms along Arkansas and also the eastern part of Texas caused a couple of minor tornadoes there. Luckily, no major damage, no injuries, but they did have a few twisters there. Same old story in the Great Lakes area, snow and bitter cold.